This is Coon Cassius Rifle TV in association with Macklin's Gym Marbella. We're at St Paul's ABC here in Hull for the Luke Campbell public workout, but it was full of kids. And there was one kid that you looked like you were bullying, who was actually down there.
Yeah.
I was like, it's a bit out of order to that kid, but it was your kid.
It was my kid, yeah. He wouldn't stop punching me. So I had to throw him about a little bit. I had to put the frighteners on him.
So you knew who was boss, basically.
So I knew who was boss, yeah.
We're fight week, early start of fight week, and I understand this generally would have been your day off today.
Yeah, I was going to have a day off today because went through the weekend, so it's but it's fun. We didn't really do much. We just interacted with kids and we got them excited for it.
Now a lot of people were talking about your head-to-head with Tommy Coyle, which was quite interesting. It's the verbals were coming back and forth. I think the line that sort of come out from that was about the melting like chocolate. What did you make of all that?
I just thought it was quite odd that someone said when they looked into my eyes to seeing chocolate, when really that was rehearsed at home. So how have you rehearsed something at home for what you're going to say to me when you see me and look into my eyes? It's a bit odd.
See, all the way through my life, people have said to me, Coogan, when I see your eyes, they look like chocolate, but that could be for different reasons, but...
It could be.
I've never heard that before, I don't know.
No, he's obviously rehearsed it at home, which is fair enough. It's like you say, it's one of those phrases. He's obviously been thinking about it hard and he's come up with that.
There was also a moment of biting, obviously, when it was questioned about what had been achieved in career, shall we say. So obviously...
Yeah, I mean, it was just a question I was asking Tommy because, he was sat there telling me that no one works as hard as he does, no one's got the determination and the grit that he's got, no one's got the heart that he's got. Well, it's all right in saying that, but what have you achieved with all them quality you're telling me you've got? The answer is nothing, and I just asked him a question and he got a bit irate, which is fair enough. It was only a question.
Since the press conference, obviously, which was a few weeks ago now, but it started off a bit, like I said, back and forth from you both about the friendship from years ago and the selling the swords and all that, and then it sort of calmed down towards the end of it. But since then, where are your levels of sort of dislike towards Tommy, or isn't there none?
No, I don't dislike Tommy. There isn't any really. It's always been the same. He's just a guy that's in my way for me achieving my goals, and he's a step closer for me to reach my goals, and that's it. When all the talk's done and said, it's me and him in the ring at the end of the day, and it's going to come down to boxing, not talking.
He firmly believes that he can knock you out or stop you in that fight, and I'm sure obviously that will be his mentality going into the ring, but do you believe that will be his downfall come the night, in your opinion?
Yeah, totally. I believe he always says he loves a war, but in his last few fights he's boxed on the back foot. If you're boxing on the back foot, you're not going into the ring for a war, are you? You're trying to box. But we'll see. We're prepared for whatever he's bringing to whatever he's got to bring, and we're ready. We know what his game plan is, and we're going to go in there and do what I do best.
Obviously, level of opponents wise, Tommy on paper is your toughest test to date, without question. So, in your head, you believe that you were ready for that fight at this stage of your career. Otherwise, obviously, you wouldn't have taken it.
Yeah, of course. I'm not bothered who I fight, who they put me in with. I always leave that down to the team. They tell me to do something and I do it, and it's as simple as that. And I'm confidently 100% believe that we're ready for Tommy Coyle, and we're ready to step up to the plate and put on a great performance. really take him apart. And it's another thing as well. People have been wanting me to see, wanting me to step up now. And each opponent I've had has been a step up. This is just that next test. It's another little step up, and I think we're going to take it in our stride. I believe him and Brizuela was a 50-50 fight, and I don't believe Tommy Coyle's any better than Daniel Brizuela at all. It's a different style of opponent, yeah, but that's about it.
There's a tiny bit of gold as a reward for you, apart from obviously if one of you has become victorious, that it's an eliminator for the WBC title, which could lead on to obviously will lead on to a final eliminator. So you've got a route that could be starting off towards a world title shot come Saturday night.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that says it all. It's an eliminator for a world title, so I should be fighting the likes of Tommy Coyle and if not better opponents now. And once I deal with Tommy Coyle in good style, then we'll move on to the next one, and I'm sure the next one will be another step up. And we'll go out there and prove ourselves again. That's boxing.
Since you come out of the Olympics, yourself and obviously Anthony Joshua, both signed by Matchroom, do you get sometimes, obviously Anthony Joshua's always seems to be the talking point of whenever links with every other heavyweight, people want to see him in with Klitschko and everything and just fight every, some people calling him an Ali to have a fight, but that's how much he's talked about. But do you somehow, I'm not saying you get jealous about it, but do you somehow think if you was to won any other gold medal without Anthony Joshua that your profile maybe would have been raised more?
I don't know. I've never really looked at it like that, to be honest with you. I just try and concentrate on myself. Anthony Joshua has done fantastic in the sport, and if people are talking about him, he's a giant, he's a beast. People are going to talk about him. He's my good friend. I talk about him to my friends as well. There's no jealousy there whatsoever. I'm happy for him what he's achieved, and like you say, we're on different paths. I'm a lightweight. He's a super heavyweight. There's boxing, and then there's super heavyweights. And that's what it's always been since the likes of Muhammad Ali and all the greats like that. But hopefully I can get up there and be talked about as much as Joshua will. And my aim in boxing is to put on great fights and to be in great fights and to excite the crowd and be entertaining. So if I can do my job in that, then I'm going to be talked about in the boxing world just as much.
Yeah, I only mentioned that because it's interesting. After every Olympics, like you look from Beijing, it was Saunders and De Gaulle and Frankie Gavin that sort of come out of there, and like I said, there's different levels of how their profiles have raised over the last sort of however many years. So it's quite interesting from your GB squad that went to the Olympics, where they are. But Joshua, just obviously being a heavyweight, he's got to be talked about more. And
of course, yeah, and that's great for Josh. He's talked about more, and he's got a bigger profile than me. But the guy's a beast.
I'm not saying people don't talk about you at all.
No.
I'm saying that's all.
That. People obviously do. This fight is well publicised and talked about, and it's exciting to see everybody getting involved. We're at like in my boxing career so far, we've been at. We've been at that stage. Everybody's sort of got to go through when they turn professional. Now I'm going to be. Now I'm starting to get involved in bigger fights. My name's going to be out there a lot more. I'm going to be a lot more talked about. It's going to be a lot more exciting for the boxing fans.
The thing is, you're in a division as well that's already red hot, and you're just, like I said, building your steps. And within the next sort of 6 months, year, you're going to be bang in the middle of that, where we've got some top lightweights here, and obviously on the world scene, it's hot as well. So.
Oh, great! That's what I mean. Lightweight division at the minute is red hot. You got some, some great lightweights in Britain alone. Never mind, America or the rest of the world. We've got some really top contenders in Great Britain. So it's a very exciting weight to be in right now.
Absolutely. All right, Luke Campbell, I wasn't trying to get you to slag anyone off there, by the way. It was just a general question, but
Oh no, that's fine.
yeah.
Yeah, I want to.
Well, I know you do. Like sometimes I've interviewed you, and I see a little bit of bite in you because everyone thinks you are like, oh, Luke, you're so nice. Oh, look, yeah, little family guy, Luke. I think there is a horrible streak in you somewhere that I think we're going to see.
There definitely is. There's definitely an horrible streak in me. You know, I am a nice guy, and anybody that knows me, you know, I ain't got to convince anyone or tell anyone that I am a nice guy, even though I've just done that. You know, people take me how they want to take me, and it is what it is. But as soon as the bell goes, you know, I want to hurt the guy who's in front of me. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
It's get hurt or hurt them, and I prefer to hurt them.
Don't blame you.
Yeah.
All right, well listen, thanks for talking to iField TV, and we'll catch up with you at the press conference on Thursday, which should be interesting.
Should be entertaining, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure there'll be some rehearsal lines getting performed right now, but you know, we'll see what it is. It's boxing at the end of the day, you can't rehearse that.
But come Saturday night, you're going to obviously returning to where you made your pro debut, and it's going to be banging in Hull, basically.
It's going to be banging, yeah. You was there for the debut. You know, 8,000 people there, and we're not far off double the figures for the people that's going to be in attendance. So it's going to be very exciting, and you know, I'm ready for it.
Can I just tell you one last thing, right? I don't have good memories of your debut.
Why?
Because out of your dressing room, someone nicked my Gucci bag, my Gucci holdall, and they still haven't returned it to me.
You're joking.
So if you have heard of anyone who's selling a black...
You know what, I will put as soon as I leave here, I'll put the word out on the street. It was 2 years ago, but I'll put the word out on the street.
It's a black Gucci holdall with the print, fabric print, with the green and the red handle.
Did you have anything in it?
It had all my camera stuff in it.
All your camera stuff?
Yeah.
Right, let me check what the whispers are on the street.
Just put it right out, the streets of Hull. I don't know if it's east or west. What are you? Which side are you?
I'm west.
West. Just
Well, usually we cover most of Hull.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, we've got contacts.
If you know anyone, because when I go back there, I'm not taking the toothbrush there. Nothing. I'm not leaving nothing there.
Don't bring a Gucci bag with you.
I won't.
Because you'll probably get it taken
I'm
off
going to bring my Gola bag.
You'll probably get it taken off you.
All right, Luke. Thanks for talking to iField TV, and best of luck with the rest of the week.
Thank you.
All right. Cheers, mate.